Guerrilla War NES is one of the first damn games I've ever beat. You know why? Because it had like unlimited continues. It's just liquid crack for when you're young and you just want something dumb and fun to play. And so many games back then were just... Super Mario Brothers was hard. It was hard, dude. Had to work my ass off, and Legend of Zelda is hard. But you know, as you're like 8 years old, the Guerrilla War just lets you keep going. It's like, oh, your score, you just killed like 40,000 hostages. You got negative score, and you died. Same thing. Oh, I don't care. Just put it in and continue and go. And so it's just, and it's 2 players at the same time. I would consider it the closest I could say would be like a Contra that's like an overhead perspective. You got all the both have grenades and machine gun, and you can just hold those buttons down. They're like automatic, and then as you go through the game, you'll get power-ups, particularly the tank. The tank's really strong, but there's other stuff like launcher and things like that, and then T, which I'm not sure exactly what the hell they stand for, but it was like launcher to shoot bullets at the end of it. It's fun as heck, and then you have spread shot and all this stuff like that, so it's very Contra-like, but it's just fun as hell. And going off this, it's an SNK arcade conversion is what it is, but compared to something like Terrible Misery, the Ikari Warriors, the SNK did this themselves, and this is great. This is fun as heck, and it's an absolute NES classic. And it's one of those, because so many of those games were like, oh, Mario goes and then Luigi goes, and so to have both players on the screen, it's just great. And then the game's always about to blow up. It's having to constantly flash the sprites in and out because it's just about to can't handle all the shit that's on the screen at one time. But it's like, screw it. We're going to throw up as much crap as we can. You just have to deal with your slowdown and you can't see nothing because, it's all disappearing and shit. Absolutely, completely recommend this game. Who knows what the hell it costs as, like, money to actually get the actual copy. Who knows? It could be ridiculous these days. It was fairly common and fairly cheap back in the day, and it's not particularly known. But as far as NES games, this is absolutely something you should play through. And you play through with a friend. It's one of those things where there's dumb. You can't really die. You just kind of got to get dumb, and you get tired of it. But that just happens with that kind of stuff. But when you're a kid, this is freaking amazing. And I've beaten it a bagillion, jillion, zillion times. Absolutely fun. Highly recommend. Both paws up from Kittens and Bryans, and you play Fidel Castro and Che Guevara, and you just destroying Cuba. But no, we're gonna change that for the Western release. You're just blue guy and and freaking and tan guy, okay? You're not really Fidel. But this is something that you can look it up. I'm not lying, but this is something you should definitely give a run through. Great music, fantastic gameplay, great controls, all the way down the way. Easy recommend.